Hello everyone, this is Pravin Babu Katel. I'm going to show you my assignment of Introduction to AI. I'm from batch 36. I've worked on the project of loan approval classification using KNN algorithm. First of all, let's see the dataset that I have worked on. This is the dataset that I have worked on. Here you can see that there are multiple columns like age, gender, income, education, the applicant's home ownership, the loan amount desired, and many other things like credit score, etc. The dataset currently has around 3,766 rows, and we are about to train and test on this dataset. Here, this is where I have implemented the KNN algorithm. The first thing that I have done is importing all the necessary libraries, like we need pandas, numpy, sklearn, etc. And in say sklearn neighbors, we have imported kneighbors classifier. We have also imported matplotlib and C1 as SNS. First of all, loading the dataset. This is how we have load the dataset. The line that this is here, this line is for cleaning the raw dataset. It removes the null dataset and removes also the duplicates dataset. The category features are person on gender, person education, person home ownership, loan intent, previous loan defaults on file. The level encoders, the level encoders are important because Canon doesn't understand strings. It is very important to convert them into a numerical value. It doesn't mean that it is high or low. It just means Canon algorithm has something to work on. So that's why we need level encoders. The line here, it splits the data into training and testing set. Here test size 0.3 means the data 30% of the data is for the test purpose and 70% of data is for the training purpose. Feature scaling. Now, feature scaling is very important because let's consider that age and income. Age is from 18 to 65, but the income can be up to 100,000. If you don't use the feature scaling, the income will heavily uh, impact the Canon algorithm. So to keep them in a consistent scale, we use standard scale. Here, it creates all the mean to have a value of 0 and standard deviation to have a value of 1. In the paradigm grid, what we are doing is we are using different values of k in the range of 1 to 20, and in the grid search CV, what it does is we are cross validating uh, the get the value of k. Okay. And we're going to fit it again. The when after cross validating for the number of times here, cb equals to 5 means that the dataset will be divided into 20 percent 5 times, and every time it uses 20% and separates the rest 80%, works on 20% and separates the 80%. That's what it does for multiple times, and that's how we know the cross validation and we figure out the best value of k. After figuring out the best value of k, we again feed the dataset model into the Canon model here. Let's see how this works in when we execute the code. So here we are given the shape of dataset, column with missing values, and the missing values means there are no duplicates or the zero value zero there, which has got missing values. That's what the zero zero means. The number of missing values. Currently, it doesn't have any because we have cleaned the dataset. Now this is a bar chart for visualization. We see that the 0 is default and 1 is paid. That means the current dataset has more applicants that has defaulted the loan rather than paid the loan. That's what it means. It clearly shows, this bar chart clearly shows us that. Now moving on to the next visualization. Here we have a correlation matrix of features. Correlation matrix of features shows us how the features are correlated towards each other. The value more positive towards one means they are positively related. The value in the negative value means they are negatively related. Now, when you see here, we have also seen that the best k equals to and never. We are also given the best value of k in our terminal, and the accuracy of our model is 87 percentage. Now the precision, the classification report tells us the precision, recall, f1 score, etc. So 0 means the defaulted loan values and 1 means the paid amount values. And this is how our correlation matrix is shown here. And moving on to the next, we have confusion matrix. Confusion matrix basically tells us that the model is not just dependent on the accuracy. The accuracy is not the only important thing. It relies on various factors like true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. Like in the case of our loan applicants, it says us that it can we we must recognize false positive, the false positive one, which is very important here. Like we can see here our false in the confusion matrix, we can see here right there our values. Now, let us see there. Our code is right here. The false positives are the one who defaults, and the false negative are the one who would have paid. The confusion matrix tells us the risks and the benefits. It is very important for us the accuracy, knowing something other than the accuracy. So, guys, this is my project and our sir, not just guys. I mean our sir. This is how our project is. My project is. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much.